Alright, we are back. Let's pick this up again, right where we left off. Helps when I have the right application. There we go. Ah! Oh, come off it. Really? Yes. Once again, you have the disappearing weapons deal. As a matter of fact, the manual, makes a little bit of a, shall we say, thing of it. It's actually straight out says that when you defeat a group of enemies, their weapons will vanish. Which makes you wonder if they were ever really there in the first place. Yeah, these pipes with the away attack button can be thrown. Very satisfying sound. There he is. I could just beat him down, but speedrunners like to knock him off that ledge there. Although I actually don't want to, at least not yet, because I want to show you something. There we go. He's not done. He does the same fade-out thing he does in the arcade, but then he reappears. Now he's actually done. Just wanted to show that off. They're escaping in that chopper! You'll never make it! I have no idea who's supposed to be speaking. Mission 2, at the heliport. Also, oh darn, I didn't have the chance to point it out. The little graffiti there on the wall said, "Go for broke." B-R-O-A-K. I love that. So, once again, platformy sections. Can't move back and forth on these floors. Acme reintegration ray. Yes. Oops. Nope. That's alright. The power uppercut will send him into the pit. Okay, so remember that helicopter that was just sort of sitting there? Well, there's the one in the garage and then the one, yeah, in the arcade version. I guess somebody decided, hey, why don't we actually make helicopters a thing in the NES version? Yeah, I'm about to get shot at by one. What I like to do is get to the top of this pipe and then immediately try to go right back down. But watch the shots carefully. If they go all the way down, then I will actually stop. They will miss me. Otherwise, I want to keep moving down and then back. Like so. There we go. I usually only get a low shot if I delay. And now if I can time 3 hurricane kicks just right... 1... 2... New type of enemy, whatever. 3. Brilliant. Easy way to get through there. So we got some more ropers to deal with here. And a new type of enemy is going to show up after this. A pair of ninja. One from each side of the screen. Now, if I can time 3 hurricane kicks... Oh, not yet. If I can time 3 hurricane kicks just right, once again, I can deal with them without taking a single blow. Ah, crap! Oh, I actually got the knee. Well, that was still pretty good. But yeah, it looks cool if you can do the hurricane kick them both back. If you time it right 3 times in a row, they're done. Looks really neat when you do it. Hold it! You'll never escape from us! Grasp. The chopper escaped into the neon-filled night. Mission 3, Battle in the Chopper. This is the final stage you get to play on practice difficulty. We actually get to face these new enemies now. And periodically that door swings open. You don't want to be anywhere near it. Under most circumstances, anyway. If you get knocked down near it, then you might just get sucked out without anything else you can do about it. Role player, thank you for that host. Greatly appreciate it. Whack. There we go. There are the big guys. Wearing wigs, otherwise the same sprite from the NES original. Makes him look decidedly less Russian, decidedly more Mexican. Not one, but 2 of them! Ow! Okay. Uh-oh. That's okay. Watch this, Leet Strat. Idiot. The chopper is landing on a mysterious island. Mission 4, Undersea Base. Out. 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 Cute little sunset back there. Often the little details, you know. Uh-oh. Yeah, the only way I was getting out of that without taking a hit was to use the knee, so I was out of the range of the other one. This is, for this game, the first time I'm actually worried about running out of health. Gotta go through the door. Down a little elevator. Did a good job with the window perspective there. And here we have one of the most irritating sections of the game, due to the low ceiling. If you jump, you will hit it. Kinda hurts. That's why I'm using more brute force tactics here than you're used to seeing me do. And here we have Arnold. And yeah, this is the first time we have to fight one of these, and it is in the most annoying spot to do so. This is practically a par 2 course here. Yes. Borrowed from Contra, apparently. We've got these sort of hydraulic compressors. You actually have quite a bit of leeway on the front of your sprite, as you can see here. Not on the back. That's sort of your secret to getting through. That's the trick. How to time it better. And here we have a spot where enemies drop in, which is also an area we can jump! We can totally use... Oh dear. That's gonna be bad. Okay. Alright, we got rid of it. Really? Ow! There we go. Pull yourself up. There we go. You can totally use this spot to jump, get our hurricane kicks in. Oh dear. Okay, we're good. Probably still gonna lose a life here, but I can try to, there we go. Either the hurricane kick should hit him, or the uppercut should. Uh-oh! Ah! That was my own fault! That was my own fault. That did not have to happen. And now the door's open. Damn it! I could have saved a whole life there. Game kinda mean here. These are very fast-moving conveyor belts. There we go. Ah, that was so close! Almost made it through here on my first life. Where does this path lead us? We've got no choice but to go on, though this is the way to certain death. Mission 5, Forest of Death. This is the part where he kills us. Hello, this is the part where I kill you. Mission 9, the part where he kills you. Achievement unlocked, the part where he kills you. Bit of a leap of faith there, although you can see the enemy's head, so... Now we have a ladder. Oh, really? Come on. And it wouldn't be a Double Dragon game if you didn't have a river to jump over, am I right? They give you multiple routes here. There we go, that's the shorter one. The last jump's a little scary, though. Here's another section where you get to do a fun thing of hitting enemies off of a ladder analog. A giant vine, in this case. Up we go! And here is where a new weapon gets introduced. It's not exactly dynamite, it's an incendiary bomb. It does this cute little thing, it bounces off of people rather than blows up on impact. But yeah, as you can see, that fire persists for a moment. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Damn it, that same thing happened to me last time I was fighting this guy. I'm failing to get the uppercut for some reason. I almost never have a problem with that. And it's just not hitting this guy. I can knock him off that ledge too. None of my attacks are hitting him. What is going on here? There we go. What the fuck? Alright. There's, of course, a second one. That's what's supposed to happen. There we go. Pop him up. Whew. Son of a bitch. Alright. We're moving on. Those stick guys I pointed out during the demo of the arcade game, they make their first appearance here. These guys have a lot of health. And for whatever reason, they have a train here to ascend before you face the boss. Oh, that's alright. Oh, that's less okay. Alright, we're good! Ow. I'm used to doing it with a certain timing, and I'm out of sync with it now. But I should still be able to get up here. There we go. At the top, and now enemies come out. Oop, wow. Once it starts to flash, you are not allowed to grab it. Why? We have a couple of these guys. I don't know what their name is supposed to be or anything like that. Here we go. Yes. Yeah, we'll be getting into that later. Oh, bloody hell. Aerial clashes. There we go. Ugh, almost lost another life there. I was running low on health. Where in the world are we? There is evil in the air. Mission 6, Mansion of Terror. This is where a lot of people start to hate this game. Mega Man blocks. Oh, you have got to be fucking kidding me. I shouldn't get any more fireballs, though. There we go. Mean-spirited traps. And creepy eyes. There we go! I love it when I can pull that off. Fight this guy the same way. Yes. Now these stick guys, I can do the exact same thing. Or I can screw it up. That is a thing too. We improvise, we adapt. This is a very short mission. Got a little bit further to go. I'm going to scroll ahead here so that we can see more of the platforms. As a matter of fact, one of them is still not showing up. Unreal Gecko, good to see you here. Mega Man blocks in a Double Dragon game. Alright. Need to be near the right edge of that one because those are awfully close to each other. It's possible to overshoot. Oh no! What? Come on, seriously? Yeah, this stage is a pain. Of course, I used to have this down to a science. Once again, the game saying, no, you did not press those two buttons together. You are not jumping. Okay, there we go. That's the end of the stage. That's it. Billy, from here on, it's too dangerous. I think I heard Marion's voice. That's impossible. Or is it? Mission 7, Trap Room. This is where the game really starts being unfriendly. Oh, damn it. Okay. You're kidding me! Alright. This is my last hope. It's my last chance. Come on! There we go! Alright. We're still not out of the woods, though. Hello! Notice the floor receding on the left. The strat, of course, is to knock this guy off of that area. Really? The platform, by the way, will not fade all the way. It will, in fact, stop at the door. Really? Oh, now you can't dodge this. What? Uppercut, please. The game is once again refusing to let me... Come on. Why is it not coming out? Nothing is happening here. I don't believe this. Why am I not getting the rising uppercut? This is not good. This is not good at all. Am I stuck here? Of course, the knee comes out. I don't know why the uppercut wasn't. Damn it. That was not fun. Cheap indeed. I tried, everybody. I apologize. I am sure I will be playing this game more on stream later and hopefully do a lot better than that. I am actually going to have to spoil the ending for you at this time because I'm about to play the sequel. The final boss, they actually don't go into any real detail on him. But it is one of the more epic battles in the NES library. When you get the final blow in against him, I still remember the first time I beat this game. I was on my last life, I had so little health left, the boss had very little health left. We started the fight doing all sorts of special moves and, you know, spin kicks, cyclones, these flipping dashes and whatnot. We had gotten reduced to punching. We were both down in the corner of the screen at our last health. I was just mashing that button for all I could, just trying to get the rhythm in. It's like dealing a punch, taking one, dealing one, taking one, dealing one. Oh, a second one went in. Oh, I took a hit. 1, 2, 3. Oh, took a hit. 1, 2, 3. And the screen turns black and white. And the boss just goes in slow motion. Oh! Best ending to an NES game ever. They didn't even need to put in an actual cinematic after that. but they did. Yeah, that was like the greatest. Oh, it was the greatest. In the cutscenes that follow, it says that during the night, an angel descends and returns Marion to the Lee brothers alive and well. No further explanation for this is given whatsoever. But that is a thing that happens. Okay. So that is Double Dragon 2. The Revenge. Once again, Double Dragon 2 on the Game Boy is not Double Dragon at all. That is a Kunio game. Now, the next game I'm going to play, slight departure. It's not Double Dragon 3. Not yet. There was a Double Dragon game between this one and that one, so to speak. Because Technos does love their sports games. Kunio certainly was in enough of them. And this is one that they did. This came out in February of 1990, specifically. North America, anyhow. Yeah, Double Dragon 3 will be next. Double Dragon 3 will be next. But first, yeah, Super Spike V-Ball. The ref bears a striking resemblance to Marion, doesn't she? I am thoroughly convinced that that is very much intentional. And what is even more obvious, I'll just put it in exercise difficulty for now. There are 4 teams that you can choose from in this game, and one of them, the Double Dragons. Our defense is perfect. We can take any spike you can dish out. I have no idea what State Select actually does, but, oops. Damn. Apparently it doesn't matter what direction I press. There we go. Rhode Island. And you can actually visit a nice configuration screen here. Let me lower the number of points. 10 should do. It's your pretty straightforward, you know, beach volleyball game here. This is what the dragons specialize in. Blocking. They do that so easily. What? Are you kidding me? How did I muck up the serve? Bump. Partner automatically sets for them. Oh, pff, whoops. Oh well. The dragons do actually have the weakest spike in the game. Oddly enough. But their defense is ridiculously good. Oh well. I am not timing that jump right at all. Oh! Not what I saw coming there. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. I do actually own the cart. But, it's kind of been a while. Man. Persistent. Not, Oh, what the... Damn! Yeah, I keep missing the spike, so who gives a crap, right? There we go. Out off the enemy, that's a point for me. Enemy? Opponent. Adam, we've been over this. The sports game, I know you don't play those very often. Ooh, alright. I'm just gonna bump it over. Boom! Gotcha. I think the only reason why I'm still playing this is to try to prove to myself that I actually can win a match at it. On the easiest difficulty. Ah! Nuts. That was stupid. I probably can't win a match at this. Hit roller plus skates plus... Really? Come on. Oh! Well, no one can argue that Marion is an unfair ref. I missed it again? How? Oh well. About to be over, mercifully. Mind you, what I'm about to play next... Not so, Yeah. The next game I'm about to play is, it has... I'll just walk you through it. Okay. So give me a moment to once again switch back to... Get out of here, fly. Let me get the arcade emulator back up in charge. as it is time to move on. Double Dragon... Oops, not Double Dragon hash sign. Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone. Now, I'm actually going to do something a little peculiar here. Let's see. Arcade. This game... Yeah, this is going to be a little peculiar. This actually came out in January 1991 in Japan, and it is actually the Japanese version that I'm going to be firing up to start. I am going to show the US version briefly after this, but I'm going to start with the Japanese version. I will explain why eventually. Nice. You'll see the English text for that later. But basically, the dragons are on a journey. And they meet this fortune teller who tells them a great evil is going to befall the world. And great riches could be had for them if they stop it. There are 3 stones. The Rosetta Stones. Why, there's 3 of them, but the game title is singular. I have no idea. This game is loud. Turn that down. About there, I guess. Yeah, despite the subtitle being singular, the stones are plural. There are 3 of them. They are in different places across the world. But first, they have to get out of their dojo and fight what remains of the Shadow Warriors from the previous games. Little punks still hanging out in town. And then they travel to different places across the world to get the stones. And ultimately try to make their way to Cleopatra's tomb, where the hidden treasure lies. Now, this game does something that is not common in a Double Dragon title. At least, it's the first time it's happened in the series. We have a choice of characters. We still have Billy Lee up in the left corner there. But we also have a Chinese martial artist, we have a Japanese karate master, and a brawler type in the upper right corner there. But I will be sticking with Billy tonight.
Mission 1, America.
Now, the very first thing I want to point out to you all, the Power Recoros sign there, which is written in the exact same font as the US store, Tower Records. As far as I know, no lawsuit ever came of this. Yeah, if you look up their logo online, it will look almost exactly like this. Although they don't have a lot of physical stores anymore, if any, they do still exist as a company, as an online merchant. How many quarters have I put in already? Just the one. Just the one. Let me deal with this first guy here. And I will show you just how weird this is. Notice how I walk. I sort of skip frames going up and down. I have a punch, a kick, and a jump button. Once again. I do not have an elbow punch. I do not have a spin kick. I do have some other weird things, like a backdrop. I do not have a cyclone kick. But look at that! I have a flying headbutt, of all things. Bonk! I have a knee drop. Yeah, this is like his most powerful move now, is that ridiculously but awesome looking mid-air headbutt deal. Alright, just walking around, it looks like he's it's back and forth. When he changes directions, look how it takes his moment. The screen scrolls extremely smoothly, which makes his movement look even jankier in comparison. Oh, and check this out. Because of how quickly he turns, but so slow that he moves, going in a circle... Yeah. It feels as silly as it looks. Ah, nunchucks. How nice of them to leave these lying around for me. These attack very slowly, but powerful. Do 2 hits, knock the enemies down. I will get to the NES version. I'm doing a contrast and compare. That's how Throwback Thursday works. Most of the time, anyway. We do actually have to enter the door, even in the arcade version. And here we've got sort of a throwback to Renegade. Enemies on motorcycles. Trying to run us down. There we go. Pick them off. Notice that our health is being depicted as a number. We actually have a hit point count showing there. Everybody loves the Texaco Leatherman graffiti there. Pretty much everybody assumes that's the name of this boss. Ooh. Come on. Ugh. Yeah, this game is not very good. The sprites look fantastic, but the way they control, the way that they move, it is just so non-fluid. This game doesn't even feel fair or fun. My understanding is that this was actually developed by a company other than Technos. Technos basically just licensed it out. It is on Technos hardware. You can recognize the font from the Combat Tribes, perhaps. Technos was busy doing other things at the time. Ugh. Having great difficulty finishing this guy off here. I don't usually have a oh, there he goes. Okay. First stone. China. Other end of the planet. I still have the nunchucks from last level. Some way, somehow, rather than dropping them at the end of the mission, he actually brought them with him on the plane. Finally, a beat-em-up character that has learned to not ditch the weapons. Whoa, that was a long-range attack. Clunk. That does make a very satisfying sound. That's like the one redeeming factor of this game. It looks so silly, but it's awesome. It's very Ninja Gaiden arcade, actually. The way that you can, the way that you jump, grab, flip enemies. Works in a very similar manner. I did not make it very far, but I did not expect to. It is a very brutal and janky game. That is the Japanese version of this game. The US version, oh, I suppose I should say overseas version, was actually released about 3 months earlier, and since this came out in January 91... Actually, is it only 2 months? 2 or 3 around there somewhere. Yeah, November 1990 was when the US version came out. So let me actually switch the year over there, a little technicality. I'm going to fire up the US version now. Reportedly, certain changes were made to the game because it didn't do so well in the location test. Yeah, we can actually see the intro here. Billy and Jimmy went on a journey to complete their martial arts. On their return home 2 years later, they met a fortune teller. Find the 3 Rosetta Stones, then go to Egypt. There you will find the world's strongest enemy, but beware, no one has come back alive. Well, yes, the world's strongest enemy. What do you expect? So apparently, yeah, it didn't do so. There is one advantage to the US version. 3 players at once. Kinda neat. Misfortune teller. Yes, yes indeed. Yeah, that message that you see there on the screen right now is the hint. This is the problem right here. I'll get into that in a bit more in a moment. Supposedly, there were certain elements that did not do well at all in the location test, and they changed them before they released the Japanese version. Apparently, that location test was everywhere outside of Japan. Because this is ours.
Mission 1, America.
Alright, so you will once again at the beginning see Power Records, Power Records, but it's further to the right. We'll get there in a moment. Instead, what we have in front of us here says Weapon Shop. Now, before I go in there... Strange, I can't do the flying headbutt. Funny, that. They did not give me the move. And you'll have to take my word for it for now, but if I were to scroll the screen ahead, those nunchucks I found lying on the floor? On the ground? On the street? Won't be there. So, let's go in this weapon shop. I wonder what that's all about. Oh yeah, and that's right too. Wasn't I able to choose from 4 different characters to play as? What's going on here? What's with the coins thing showing in the upper right corner? Insert 1 coin to purchase any of the items below. Extra guys, tricks, energy, power up. Where do you get these coins? Insert the... They can't possibly mean... Yes. Yes, they do. Pay to win. Indeed, microtransactions are older than you think. Here they are. It costs you 1 coin to play. If you want to actually have anything other than the mere basics, you have to insert another coin. Real money. A whole additional credits worth in order to get more goodies. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Just so that you know, I am going to put in a few more coins. Extra guys gives you essentially an extra life. But it's one of those other characters. Depending on which stage you buy the extra guy in, you get the appropriate character. It will be the Hulk-like character in this stage. Tricks, buying tricks, that is how you get your flying headbutt back. They hold it for ransom on you. That's what you have to do to get it. Energy simply gives you more hit points. You're better off just continuing when you run out of lives than buying energy. And power up means you deal more damage with your hits. So, now that I've invested $1 in this game, which ostensibly would otherwise only cost a quarter, now I can actually start playing the game as intended. I've got the flying knee drop again. Yeah. Talk about a quarter muncher. This is literally the most gratuitous quarter sucker that has ever existed. It literally asks you to buy basic game functionality for additional money at the very beginning of each stage. There's Power Rekoros. Hasipin. That's a reference to something I don't get it. Yep, no nunchucks. I'm pretty sure that if I lose a life, I do actually lose my power-ups. Although I think I keep tricks until I have to continue. I might be mistaken. To be completely honest with you, it's not worth finding out. It really isn't. Screw this game. I'd rather play the NES version. But if for no other reason than to show you the extra life mechanic, as it were. You can see that there's a second portrait behind Billy's. Ow. Probably gonna end up needing that life sooner rather than later. Right, exactly. That is what I'm saying. Oh, down he goes. And now I'm playing as Roni. Who the hell is Roni? I'll tell you who he is. He's slow as hell. That's a neat trick, though. That's his equivalent of the flying headbutt. So I guess you do get to keep tricks, at least for extra life. This guy is too smart to step on the conveyor belt. Ugh. Now, I'm doing a lot worse now than I was before, but does that really surprise anyone? The Japanese version, they made a lot more fair. So yeah. Oh yeah. You actually do get the hurricane kick here, if you can time it right. Might actually require a neutral jump? I know it does in the NES version. Billy can actually do the same thing. The first stone is in China. Your battle is waiting for you, double dragons. Not that you are talking to a double dragon at the moment. And beginning of a new stage, there is another shop here. Where you can once again buy an extra guy. Energy, power up, whatever. Backdrop. Just to show you the next new guy, because it will come up when I play the NES version, unless I do extremely poorly at it. I will actually play out this life here. Oops. Didn't mean to end it that quickly. Sammy here. Which I think is supposed to be a play on Sammo Hung. Sammy. It's pronounced Same, but still. This funky little flying kick deal. There's his equivalent of the flying headbutt. Ugh. Yeah, I have no idea who the fuck Roni is either. I'm not sure I want to know. And the game is over. Who cares? I continue. How about no? I'm going to close that right here, right now. Arrivederci! So that is the arcade version. 2 arcade versions of Double Dragon 3. The Rosetta Stone. Good riddance to it. Yeah, that was just that was not right. So Technos of course wanted to make an NES version of this, and well, yeah, they had their work cut out for them. How well they did is largely a matter of debate. Some people actually really like Double Dragon 3. They think it's on the NES. They think it's a fantastic challenge, especially compared to Double Dragon 2, which is a weird thing to say, but that is something that I have heard said. But it is definitely sort of a cult thing. Most people absolutely hate this, especially compared to Double Dragon 2 before it. The subtitle has changed. Oops. Give me a moment here. You can't see it. I'll fix that. Let me actually reset this and see the full intro there. Credits where it's due. Copyright 1990, but this actually got released February of 91. And they did change the subtitle to read The Sacred Stones. They pluralized it, as it should have been all along. 91, yes. NES. Just like the preceding 2 games before it, no continues. Very much unlike the preceding games. You had 3 lives for the first, 4 for the second, 8 total in a 2-player game. Here you have 1 life. Has to get you through the whole game. Mind you, if you make it far enough... Well, I'll just show you. No difficulty setting this time around. You are playing on... Well, it reached the point where everybody played the, played the previous game, Double Dragon 2, on Supreme Master, nothing else. So they didn't bother with the difficulty level here. It's just full on. A year has passed since Billy defeated the Shadow Warriors, but a new danger has reared its ugly head. Marion has vanished. I am Hiruko, a friend. I have information about the girl's disappearance. Her captors will release her after you deliver the 3 sacred stones of power. Of course, in the arcade version, Marion is still dead. But they resurrected her in the NES version, so they referenced her here again. We start with the dojo itself under attack. I don't do a slamming headbutt, instead I flip them Ninja Gaiden style. But the move is still pretty much the exact same thing. Still there in the same way. Makes a satisfying little sound when it hits too. It's like, whoa, almost like a lightsaber. Tiny bit. Walk over to this guy. Someone named Brett. Listen, I tried to stop them, but they were too powerful for me. They're great fighters, but the one you must fear the most is... And then he dies. So we do not have elbows, We do not have the special rising attacks. The uppercut, the knee, they are gone. Instead, we have this. Which is very powerful, but also a lot harder to use. And otherwise, we've got the whole punching and kicking. You can see the enemies can actually, like, temporarily grab one another and, you know, do dive kicks off of one another. If you're playing with 2 players, the 2 of you can do that too. Playing alone? Yeah. A lot harder. A lot harder. Come on. There we go. You may notice it says bare hands down at the bottom. It keeps track of your weapons. Oh yes, you can actually run here. You can run in the arcade version too, double tapping the stick. That is actually something I neglected to show. You can't attack mid-run here. All you can do is jump. Or stop. If I hit the select button, I can bring this up here. You can get a numerical representation of his hit points. And you can see that it has nunchucks listed there. He brought his own weapon with him, and you can choose when to wield it. You basically get 5 attacks with it each stage. But for now, I am just going to get to my hands and head back in. Womp. Oops. If you perform that attempt at a grab at the right time, you can actually flip straight through an enemy attack. Very convenient. Well worth trying, even if you're not positioned right. Alright, so here we have an enemy with a weapon. Now, the way that... the weapons still do the same disappearing act here, but they are literally tied not to the section, but the individual enemy that brought them. I can continue to wield this bottle and hit all the enemies that come out with it as long as I don't take out the guy who brought it here. If I take out that guy who brought the bottle will instantaneously vanish. Same thing is going to happen with that knife eventually. This guy. May as well just use the knife. It specifically says army knife at the bottom. Ooh. Yep, there goes the bottle. It's like the moment the bad guy starts to flash, the weapon goes away. Oh, come on. I do not like how much damage I am taking here. Okay. I think we're done with this section. Nope, can't climb the wall. Yeah, she's wearing a vest. I do not want to go off that ledge myself. Oh yeah, you can't do a standard jump kick if you jump straight up. What you can do is the hurricane kick. Ugh. You do actually have to jump straight up to do it. If you jump at an angle, he can't do it anymore. Very convenient for knocking enemies off ledges like that. Health starting to look really low, but if I'm sufficiently careful, I should still be able to finish this stage. If I fail, I probably will try one more time. Just the one. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Yeah, let me try that again. I was actually practicing this earlier. I did make it to the 3rd stage. Before things went horribly awry. Have to be more careful. I do want to make it at least to stage 3 in order to show off something. I would hate to have to just describe it. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I should use the hurricane kick more. Ooh. Didn't even try to do the move there. Uh-oh, this is bad. Okay. Bottle time. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the weapons are very good in this game. They take out the enemies very quickly. Yeah, just 2 hits with a broken bottle, down he goes. Oops, I am not positioned correctly for that. Way too close. There we go. Yes! You still stand, huh? I will flip through you! Knife guy got knifey. Indeed. It's gonna send one of them off. Uh-oh. He bounced. One of those stupid things that I like to point out, once you see it, you can't unsee it. The shadow here looks like it's the letters P and V over and over again. Player versus player versus player versus player. Ugh. Okay, and now I will pull out that weapon I mentioned earlier. It just so happens that 5 hits with the nunchucks are exactly enough to beat this guy down. I squeezed in an extra kick there, didn't need to, I was just trying to keep from getting hit. The nunchucks are a little slow. Here we go. I'm sorry about your friend, Brett. We must work together to avenge him and rescue Marion. Hurry! We must go before it is too late. We have a long journey. I've been told that the first stone is in China. And we've got more enemies to deal with here. Classic style. They have that nice sliding kick you have to watch out for. They can cover a lot of the screen area with that. Oops, that was bad positioning on my part. Really? Sheesh. Icky. Oh. Where's that guy going? Ugh. My 5 uses of the nunchucks have been restored, by the way. But I will once again try to save them for the boss, if at all possible. Come on. No. Gotcha. Oops. There we go. Give me that. That is not how you wield a sai. An overhead strike with a sai is not going to do much. Anyway. Nice little cabin. Can avoid that guy for a while. I can take great advantage of his bottle. No. The knife I just want out of the equation as quickly as possible. Whoa. Oh, what is this? One's got throwing daggers. They're not dropping them either. I'll take that. Ooh. Come on, let me out of there. Whoops. I didn't think I'd beat that guy. I wanted to hold on to that sai a little longer. There we go. I have waited for this moment for a long time, Lee brothers. What's wrong? Don't you remember me? I'll remind you, before I destroy you. You killed my brother in your battle with the Shadow Warriors. Now get ready to feel the force of my revenge. My kung fu is without equal! Yeah, about that. Although he's named Chin here, he looks like Seimei from the arcade version, doesn't he? No, not yet. Uh-oh. Whew. There we go. I am beaten! You are the greatest martial artists in the world! Here is the first stone. Please allow me to join you on your trip to Japan. What? We killed your brother and now you want to work with us? What? I wouldn't trust him. I don't know about you. You have guts, young warrior, but I have the more powerful... Is that a nunchaku? So now if I hit the select button, you can see, there he is. Chin Seimei. Yep. And I can now switch characters at will between the two of them. For all intents and purposes, I have earned an extra life. In a manner similar to the arcade game, it's multiple characters. And he has brought his own weapon along that he has a limited number of uses with. I activate it the same way. Where's Kunio? That was back in the very first game. Kunio's cameo. Kunio's cameo was on a billboard in the original arcade Double Dragon. Where's Sonny? He's coming up later. Kunio isn't a good beatbuster, right where he belongs. Yes. This is my Fun Spot water bottle, by the way, which I know I've mentioned in the past. It does not contain water at the moment. It contains Monster Zero Ultra. At any rate, yes, the first stone is listed here. I can change between characters on the fly. I should mention that there is going to be one additional boss that I could acquire, so to speak, and use. You would think that there would be 3. It looks like there's room for them, but no. This can be played with 2 people at the same time. Jimmy Lee would also be on the screen, occupying the upper right corner portion. There'll be one more boss that will appear in the lower right. And that's your lot. That's your 4 lives. The two players can basically swap characters around however they see fit. Player 1 can play Jimmy, and Player 2 can play Billy and all that. If you can simply switch characters if you're starting to run low on health, or if you want to see what someone else is capable of. Here I am, playing as Chin. Ugh. Chin has a flying headbutt as his jump and punch option. I'm getting nowhere fast here. But his neutral double jump kick is actually one of the more useful moves that he has. It has a very deceptive range. The enemies can be surprising distance away and still get hit by it. You're probably seeing this. And we are up against Ninja here. Quite a few of them, and they are very fast, very tough to deal with, even though we have just essentially earned a second life. There's still a very good chance I won't make it through this stage, but I will try. Once I get through that door, there's actually going to be a very nasty trap on the other side. Once again, we have to suffer through a, as far as I know, completely random, very nasty trap, completely unfair. Really doesn't belong in the game, but it's there all the same. Maybe the game will let me get past it, maybe it won't. The final boss for this is, once again, Cleopatra. Very magically oriented character. The NES version says in the ending that it's actually Marion that's been put under a spell. Alright. In much the same way that the final battle in Double Dragon 2 can be epic, the final battle here in Double Dragon 3 is a total pain in the arse. It is one of the toughest bosses on the whole console's library. I am so lucky that none of those hit. When I was playing this earlier, practice, I think I took 6 hits there. I lost a character and a half worth of health. I had almost nothing left. Makeup! Oh, come on, really? I have great difficulty grabbing these enemies with the flip. I'm not even sure it's possible. Let's stick to the hurricane kick for these guys, I think. Ah, come on! There we go. I like his downward punch that he ends that sequence with. Ugh. Come on. Here we go. Ugh. River City Super Sports, I have not played that yet. I refuse to spend money on Steam, so I probably won't be playing it anytime soon. Aha! Oops. Yeah, these ninja are indeed a pain. Yeah, I think you are very much correct. I think I've pretty much experimentally determined this to a statistically significant degree. Ugh. Well. Oh dear. Okay. We're good! We're good. Uh-oh. We're still good. Get out of here, you. Ow! Thank you for approaching me directly vertically. Means a lot to me. Welcome, Double Dragons. You may have gotten past my men, but they fight like children compared to me. My ninpo is unbeatable. This would be Ronzo. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah! Didn't I bring weapons to this fight? No! There's one. It is a little difficult to use. It's a very slow swing. Positioning and timing are non-trivial. Alright, take care, Couch Potato. You can watch the rest later if you'd like. I am disgraced. I have tasted defeat for the first time. You've earned the second stone, and also my respect. May I join you? It can now be told. I have always had the third stone. We must now travel to Egypt to free Marion. But before we do, we must spend time in Italy, practicing for the big battle. If you say so, I guess you're the one with the stone. Health does get restored between characters, and Yagyu Ranzo is now here. Note that he does not fight with his bare hands. He fights with the ninja blade. Yeah, these gladiator-style titans here. Yeah, Ranzo can actually handle things, This is his equivalent of the jump kick. He does that weird diving deal. He's got this flip kick thing, or a neutral jump. And, yeah, his equivalent to the punch deal. Yeah, he just swings his sword in midair. Nice diving strike there. Ronzo is actually better off just hitting people at point blank, just mashing punch. I should point out that if a character runs out of health during a stage, they are gone. They do not come back for later missions. You're finishing the game with whoever you have left. There we go. I'm actually kind of surprised I've made it this far. And thankful. It's definitely been a while. Oh, come on, really? Uh-oh. Let me... Oh, you're kidding me! No! I was just about to start throwing some shuriken to deal with that guy. Damn it. He actually has a nice supply of 20 of them. Gotta be kidding me! Alright, this has gotten ridiculous. Iron Claw. very powerful, and it's as fast as a standard punch, and you have got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. Well, things just got decidedly harder. Unbelievable. That, both times it was very sudden that, the health ran out on me. Oh well. I shall just have to try to finish it with Billy. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh. Huh? Yeah. This is like that last episode of Blackadder 2. No! 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 Ah! Oh. It's like all of 3 feet down. Oh dear. Ow. Yeah, the gladiators are very, very nasty, as I am recalling. Well, that was satisfying. Oh, it's over. Well, I gave it a good shot. I made it further than most people do. There would be Double Dragon 3 for the NES. That was enough of that. Oh, it has gotten a lot later than I would have liked, and I do still have quite a few games I would like to go through. 6 to be precise. But, I think I could still squeeze them in, move things along here. Oh, there is a continue option. That's right, I didn't think there was. Huh. I don't know how many continues you get. But, there it is. Huh, I could have sworn there wasn't one. Weird. There might be a limited number of them, I'm not sure. Totally thought there wasn't one. Huh. Well, at any rate, that's enough of that game. Okay, I am, at this point, going to have to do a little emulator dance here. I need to open up a third one. Because, as I've mentioned many times before, BizHawk is not even remotely efficient with the CPU when it comes to emulating the SNES. Yes, Virginia, there is a Double Dragon 4. It is called Super Double Dragon. This came out in October of 2012. Wait a minute, not 2012, what the heck am I saying? What? Okay, I got something mixed up here, big time. 1992, that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? That makes a lot more sense. There we go. There we go. Let me make sure that you can see this when it comes up. There we go. Should be near the top here, yes. My mouse cursor. Raid West. It is only one continue? Hmm. So this game feels very differently from the preceding ones, but it is definitely still somewhat recognizable as Double Dragon. We've got Williams on the right here, Roper on the left. The music is passable. The sound effects, well, they could sound a little better, but it's something. The animation could be a lot smoother. It's not as bad as arcade Double Dragon 3. It does take a little bit of getting used to. But all in all, it's reasonably playable. I played this game for the first time literally just, you know, a number of hours ago. Oops. Here we go. No difficulty setting. The Japanese version of the game, they had a little bit longer to work on it, another month or two, and they did add in some options in that regard. But, yeah, not here. And they ended up taking out some other things. Neither version of the game is actually completely finished. And before I forget, I have a link to provide you for those who are interested. The designer of the game had an interview at one point, and you can read about it at that link if you would like, talking about this game here, Super Double Dragon, or the Japanese version is titled Return of Double Dragon, and goes over what they would have wanted to put into the game if they had actually had the time to finish it, get every element of it put together as it was originally designed. So, remember, I would ask you to look at the interesting stance that Billy assumes here. Oh, let me get rid of these enemies first. And so I want to talk about the game. Get out of my face. There we go. I do like the way that the kicks animate. There's a better way I could use to get rid of these enemies, but I'm intentionally holding off on showing that. We do, once again, have punch, kick, and jump. We once again do not have elbows. We don't have that flying flip thing. Oh, damn. We do have a dive kick now, in addition to the jump kick. Ah! Org gain! Thank you for that follow. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your stay here. As you can see, the dive kick is actually pretty useful. Somebody, go away! I need a moment here. Yeah, this guy with the twin swords is a real nuisance. Alright, so the controller has 4 face buttons. We've got punch, we've got kick, we've got jump. The 4th does something entirely new. First time you can do so in a Double Dragon game. Block! He will assume different animations to block high or low, whatever the enemy's going to do, but get this. With a properly timed block against some attacks, like the basic punch in the face, let me get rid of the sword guy first. Ah! Dirty pool! Nope. Oh, he went for the jump kick instead. Yes! You can grab them! You can parry and riposte in this game. As a matter of fact, I simply threw him, but that's not the only thing you can do. Watch this. Come on. That is so satisfying. I love it. Okay. Notice the way that Billy stands is different. He assumes a different pose. That will come up again later. And the shoulder buttons actually do something. If you hold them in when you're not attacking, you can still move around. That meter starts to charge up. The one below the score there. Changes your punch to a spinning back fist. It changes your kick to that old school flying jump kick, which we've seen before. Some of the other games. I actually totally kicked the bomb on the way. Yes. Nunchuck switch I'm having trouble grabbing at the moment, apparently. Ugh. If the meter has charged up more than half full, which takes a little while. There we go. Ooh, damn. The nunchucks are very, very good for Billy. Yes! Very Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon with them. Ugh! Who brought a frickin' boomerang? Of all the stupid... Damn. Seriously? I don't know if I can get that meter halfway filled. There we go! There's your cyclone kick. And it travels! Street Fighter style. Now, if you fill the meter up all the way, it will automatically put you into a rage state. You can see his animation changes. He goes all, oh! And he will start knocking enemies down in a single hit. Ugh. If I can hit anybody while it's running. Let's try that again. Do a little dance. There we go. One hit knockdowns. Anger mode. So that's a thing you can do. Can't build up power while you're holding a weapon, though. Oh, staff. It definitely has some unique elements. It's pretty playable. I figure I'll just finish the first stage and then move on. Love that stance he assumes. That's the block. You can't just hold in the block button. It is a timing thing. Ugh. Oh, really? Damn. Yikes. He's blocking. Yes! Yes! Love that. There's a punch version of that too. Which I should make a point to show off. Ugh, if I can get out of this situation here. There we go. Back fists. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't actually take much practice to get good at this parrying thing, and it's so satisfying to do. There we go. One more segment. Oh, crap. Still more enemies here. What? Where was the... I hit the wrong button. That's where the hurricane kick was. Damn it. Ugh. Oh, I will continue. Oops. Because I do want to show off the first boss, at least. Gotcha. Oh, you thought I was gonna kick you in the face? I had a better idea. Sorry to hear that, Gecko. Hit you next time. Alright, so we're in the final section now. Ooh. Ugh. Oh dear. Basically using the bumpers as a shift, sort of a modifier key, works very well. Actually having to charge up the hurricane kick, though, is kind of a problem. Ugh. Boomerang dude. Trying to get him to throw it. Oops, I blocked too soon. Kicked him out of the air. You're not done yet. And coming soon, it's not quite out here yet. The screen won't be scrolling any further forward. Will be the first boss. Need to do more dive kicking, I think. Oh. Yeah, you can also do low kicks. He automatically follows that up with a high kick. There's the first boss. His name is Steve. Ugh. He's an interesting fighting style. when he actually feels like attacking. There we go. Ooh. Oh, come on. Ugh. He doesn't look like a Steve, not blocky at all. I see what you did there. Got him. Just immediately, no break in the action, dives right into mission 2. But yeah, that is enough of this for now. The Technos Airlines departure there. Scroll ahead to the plane. ATI airline. Alright, that will do for this. Close that up. Definitely a unique title in the series. And it is notably the last Double Dragon beat-em-up that Technos made themselves. That was essentially their last chance at it. It is not the last Double Dragon game that Technos themselves made. That is coming up in a bit. But first, things are going to get a little weird for a moment. As we are now going to enter a peculiar bit of territory. Let me once again change priorities. These emulators, you go low. I need BizHawk again. You go high. I was not going to leave this out. It had to happen. I am probably not going to play the full game as far as I can. I'm probably only going to just do a single level. But I'm going to fire it up anyway. You recognize the audio? I know you can't see it. Here, let me, give you the proper intro here. How am I not finding it? There we go. Yes. Trade West, of course, had the publishing rights for Battletoads. They also had the license for Double Dragon. They're like, hey, we've got an idea. Hey, Rare, wanna make another Battletoads game? That's a crossover with Double Dragon? They did it too. There is also an SNES version of this, but I'm going to play the NES original. There we go. Yes. Zitz, Rash, and Pimple are joined by the Dragon Twins Billy and Jimmy Lee. Give me just a moment. You watch the intro here. Not the moon! There you go. So, show this off. Two-player, game A, game B. Double Dragon settings there. This, of course, being Double Dragon Night, I will play as Billy. Typically, I'll play as Pimple, but... Notably, this is more a Battletoads game than it is a Double Dragon game. Even the Double Dragons play like Battletoads do. One press of the attack button, if it hits the enemy, they keep attacking until the knockout attack comes. One up right at the very beginning. There it is. Got running kicks. The dragons do have the advantage of performing really nice jump kicks without needing to dash. Health recovery. Just straight up health boxes. Odds on the front. Come on. What the hell? There we go. One enemy hit the other. That's temporary invulnerability. Makes grabbing this guy a lot easier. I'm just holding in the button for that, by the way. You can do the flying knee drop from Double Dragon 3 Arcade here. If an enemy is downed, you dash into them, attack at the right time. There we go. That does an insane amount of damage, and it's worth a whopping 5,000 points. You earn extra lives with points in this game, so it is definitely helpful to acquire. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Alright, take care, Duke. See you next time. Come here, you. Silly enemy, I know. Another extra life. Yeah, Rare knew how difficult the original Battletoads was and decided to make this game not nearly so bad. I'm not going to be able to show it off at this time, but some of the later levels are very unique. There's actually a level that plays like asteroids. Oops. And then, like a shmup boss. There is a level that is similar to the Turbo Tunnel. From Battletoads. So that clever design, the originality, the humor, all still there. So Abobo punches his way through the wall. Ah, damn. I can just keep timing this right, I can just keep hitting him this way. Oh, he's done. Bye-bye. Ah, Snapdragon, good to see you here. Yeah, Battle Maniacs. Yeah, the SNES Battletoads game is definitely, not as original, unfortunately. So this looks a bit more like a Double Dragon level here, complete with crawling around on a fence, those elevators. We now have Ropers as an enemy. The way he takes these out is funny. There's basically just one more thing I figure is going to be worth showing off before I move on to the next game. Oops. There we go. As I am definitely nearing the 4-hour mark here. I am going to be running overtime, apparently. But I am determined to finish this. I'm going to give the subject its due. I don't have enough left to make a whole episode out of it, so... yeah. Walker breaks through the top there. These Battletoads enemies. And this is what a Dragon Twin does with a Walker leg. I love that. Ugh. Fun. Alright. There we go. Oh, ooh. One more. Alright. Goodbye. And then we have this fun enemy. Throw his own dynamite back at him. Through the door. It's all about being in the right spot. Oh, thank you. Elevator effect again. Alright, and that is enough of that for now. I had to play it. I couldn't resist. I had to squeeze that in.